ordinary fascism, or what Ilham is silent about. No one shouts "Stop the thief" louder than thieves themselves. We do not like to stoop to discussing any coffin over the fence, but in this case we considered it necessary to highlight at least a small part of the phenomenon whose name is Legion, the Azerbaijani Legion, as a part of a Wehrmacht. Considering today the figure of the founder and head of the Azerbaijan Legion, as well as his activity, we have used only Azerbaijani sources, books by only Azerbaijani authors which are being published in Baku today. Here is a list of them. Neshiman Yabuglu, Azerbaijan Legionnaires, Baku, 2005. Neshiman Yabuglu, Abdurrahman Fatalibeyli-Dudanginski, Baku, 2008, in Azerbaijani language. We have not added a single word for ourselves, and let everyone who will watch this film draw their own conclusions. After the establishment of Soviet power in Transcaucasia, Abdurrahman Fatalibeyli graduated from the Tiflis Military Infantry School and became an officer of the Azerbaijani Rifle Division. In 1936, he graduated from the Moscow Military Engineering Academy. A year later, in the service, he moved with his family to Leningrad, where in 1940 his son Ali was born. In the 1939–1940 he participated in the Soviet-Finnish War as a military engineer of the second rank. After the war, he was the head of the 6th Department of the headquarters of the Leningrad Military District. Then he served in the Baltic Special Military District. In recognition of achievements in the year of service in the Red Army, Fatalibeyli was awarded the Order of the Red Star. After the beginning of the Great Patriotic War, Fatalibeyli was taken prisoner. Soon he defected to the German side, in the hope that if Germany had won, Azerbaijan's independence would have been restored. Still later, Fatalibeyli, together with German officer Gloger, headed the 1st Azerbaijani 804th Infantry Battalion, which since September 1942 operated off the Caucasian Front as part of the 17th Army of Army Group A. The battalion participated in the 800-kilometer march from Taganrog to Psebaiskaya. During the retreat, the battalion reached the Cuban bridgehead and occupied the defense sector near the village of Stara Korsunskaya. The successful actions of the battalion in combat conditions were noted by the German command. Thus, one of the legionnaires named Shamil Atabek wrote about Fatalibeyli. Since 1942, Fatalibeyli was in the field together with our legion. Soon, the valor of the legionnaires under his command began to admire the Germans. Once even Hitler himself said that of all the Eastern legions, only the Azerbaijani one could be considered reliable. The number of Azerbaijani legionnaires, being a part of the Wehrmacht and the SS units, reached about 40,000 people. In order to bolster the morale of the soldiers of the Azerbaijani Legion, each battalion was named after national names: 804th Infantry Battalion Aslan, 806th Battalion Igit, 819 Javad Khan, 1 of 111th Donmes, 2 of 111th Gorkhmas. After the first Azerbaijani units of the Wehrmacht were formed, Fatalibey decided to unite all Azerbaijanis on the basis of a single national program. To this end, through the mediation of the Azerbaijani Mejlis of National Unity, the Azerbaijani Kurultai was convened in Berlin on November 6, 1943, which put forward demands to the German government: recognition of Azerbaijan's independence, integration of all Azerbaijani units into a single national liberation army, equalization in rights Azerbaijani and German soldiers, uniform, badges of rank, pay, supplies, etc. Release of all Azeri Turks from POW camps and enabling them to work or join the Legion, if they wish, by goodwill. But by that time, the defeat of Germany was already obviously clear. However, some Azerbaijani legionnaires fought on the side of the Wehrmacht until the very end of the war. For example, about 700 Azerbaijanis participated in the Battle of Berlin against the Soviet troops in 1945. For example, about 700 Azerbaijanis participated in the Battle of Berlin against the Soviet troops in 1945. After the end of the war, Fatalibey was taken prisoner by the British troops. After being released in Italy, he lived in Egypt for 2 years and then went to West Germany. He spent 2 months in Turkey and returned to Munich again. While in Italy, Fatalibeyli wrote a letter to British Prime Minister Clement Attlee, in which he outlined his thoughts about the imminent start of the Cold War and the need to continue the war against the USSR, but his letter left unanswered. Since 1953–1955 in Munich, Fatalibeyli headed the Azerbaijani editorial office Azad League of Radio Liberty, which was founded by the Center for Coordination of Struggle Against Communism. The financial and administrative assistance to the work of the radio station was provided by the US Congress. Funding was provided from the United States budget through the United States Central Intelligence Agency, which controlled the radio station's activities. Fatalibeyli regularly delivered anti-Bolshevik and anti-Soviet speeches from this radio station tribune. The activities of Fatalibeyli began to worry the Soviet government a great deal. In November 1954, he disappeared without a trace, and a few days later, Fatalibeyli's body was found in one of the Munich's apartments. He was liquidated by a certain Ismailov, a KGB agent who was sent to Western Germany to eliminate Fatalibey. Sometime later, Agent Ismailov himself was found hanged in his house in Baku. And this is how the memory of this fascist is honored today in modern Baku. We would like to finish our film with one more proverbial, but this time it's Azerbaijani. Your father is an onion, your mother is a garlic. How can you identify yourself as a rose?